You're listening to Jump on the Bat-Wagon, hosted by the Watchtower Database. Visit WDB on YouTube for video essays, timelines, fan theories, and much more from the DC animated universe. And now, please enjoy the show.
Three, two, one, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1.
2, 1. 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Lois, damn. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. Lois, damn.
Oh, God. We were talking Family Guy in the Yoppie Gamer Discord while playing Helldivers the other day. And it was one of those things that, like, for me, I always feel so back and forth about Family Guy.
Yeah.
It was so funny when I was young.
Yeah.
And then like watching it back, like that didn't age at all. And I think it's still going.
Song that you're the one that I want. It was on the radio this morning, and I was just singing "Give Up the Toad Now" to the song like from Family Guy. And then I was realizing like, oh, that was when like you didn't have to like apologize for thinking a Family Guy episode was funny.
Right. Yeah.
But I did watch a semi-recent Family Guy episode on Hulu and didn't laugh once. I think we may have talked about this, where I was like, I wasn't trying to do the test of like, well, how long till I laugh? I was just interested to see like a current modern Family Guy episode. Yeah. And then it was just not funny. And I was like, God damn, like maybe I picked the wrong episode. I can only hope. But
the first line comes out, he's like, let me tell you about these black people. And you're like, that's enough TV for the day.
Yeah, well, you know, this podcast isn't about Family Guy yet. It's about Batman Beyond at the moment. Didn't you know that Family Guy is actually a spinoff of Batman Beyond?
Let's be real here. Like, of all the things that we could be doing, and like, I feel like I'm not a professional.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I'm super not a professional. But I will say that like I can recognize that this ages 1,000 times better. And granted, it's not like
this podcast?
comedy. The podcast. No, sorry, like the DCAU.
Oh,
get inside my head, man.
Okay, I'm there.
Oh, good job.
Help!
Yeah, I know. That is what it's like. But
he's in here too, and the Ham Predator. He's been in your brain this whole time. Welcome back, Ham Predator. Anyway,
but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not the type of show that would be quite at risk, but we've seen a lot of like surprisingly progressive and like positive things. Like only a handful of things we've been like, oh no.
Yeah, well, we had made that comment in Egg Baby when they're like, oh, we chose the traditional family, and I'm like, careful. And then they said like, you know, this thing and that thing. Okay. Like a man and a woman, and that's it, you know, whatever.
Like white man and a white woman.
Well, and it was Max even saying that, so it was like, what's gonna happen here? But yeah, your dog, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah,
great cameo.
We're going to watch another one today with the guy who wrote it even.
I'm sorry,
that'll be fun.
What?
Yeah,
when were you going to tell me?
I was going to tell you that.
Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I was going to tell you that we're watching the episode "This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib," and our guest is Quan Mills, the author.
Where did you find this?
TikTok.
Oh, Jim, you gotta stop. Although my friend Brian in Seattle would be very proud that you're buying stuff off the TikTok shop.
Signed even. I didn't even notice it was signed. Wow. That's so cool. That actually is kind of neat. 2025 Quan Mills Books LLC. The foreword starts with, "This book was written out of spite." So I think it was off to a good start.
Wait, turn and read me a random sentence in the middle of the book.
I flipped to page 130. It says, "Looking panicky as hell, Austin's eyes turned to curious slits as he tried to quickly figure out what was going on between Terrence and this officer. The jail guard snickered, scanning both the Muslim brother and his comrade Austin up and down. "Oh, so that's the fuck shit you on, bro?" Terrence replied. "Yeah, that's the fuck shit I'm on. You fucked up, boy. On phone him, I'm finna send your ass straight to the grave, fuck boy."
That is enough.
I think I'm not supposed to read that out loud. Yeah. But so good book, and we have Quan Mills here with us today to discuss it. And
you know what, dude? I'm down. Whatever. Is that what you want to do?
It feels a little bit awkward now to say, sup, Bat-Wags, and welcome to episode 193 of Jump on the Bat-Wagon. I'm James from the Watchtower Database YouTube channel, and I'm here to show my good buddy Brian the entire DC animated universe from start to finish for the very first time in the controversial airdate order, so he may view these shows the way human beings experienced them in the far gone days of the 2000s. And today is the first time ever that Brian watches the Batman Beyond episode, April Moon. And your prediction last time was that a character named a character named April would moon us in the episode, and I said no.
I think that's still a pretty clever answer. You know, this is like top notch Family Guy humor.
That's true. Yeah, this is like Family Guy season 2 level humor here, which
where
doesn't
to
get any better.
Reference other media's names and then do what the name is. Yeah. Like that's smart.
I do appreciate the joke early on, whatever episode with saying the name of the movie in the movie, and he's in the theater like, oh, he said it. And then there's a part where they're just like, I must become Superman 4, the quest for peace. So that's why it's called that or whatever.
Okay, so this is the thing, right? Like a broken clock is right twice a day. There were definitely some clever Family Guy-isms. There's just also a lot of don't do that.
I know what you mean when you say that Beyond Age is better.
I'm not done explaining that. Okay.
I'm in Brian's brain. It hurts in here.
It does hurt in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, at the time of this recording,
6:43 p.m.
BB is streaming on HBO Max and available on DVD and Blu-ray, my dog. And if you'd like to follow along, you can head over to watchtowerdatabase.com/resources. Link is in the show notes. This first aired Saturday, April 22nd, 2000 at 10:30 a.m. on Kids WB, 1 week after our last episode, Plague. This aired number 35 and produced number 35, and we have whiskey. Clink. I might doesn't have ice. This is a bad idea because I haven't eaten dinner yet. Someday I'll drink whiskey and not cough. Is that what you're going to fucking say to me? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
It is true. The story is by Stan Berkowitz.
Okay.
And James Tucker. Okay. This is James Tucker's first writing credit. He previously directed The Egg Baby.
Okay.
Writer is Stan Berkowitz.
Okay.
Director is Butch Lukich. Music is Michael McQuistion. And animation is Coco/Dong Yang.
There's a weird thing that happens with Stan episodes.
Oh.
For me. And it's something that actually kind of happens with the Dan episodes too. I think like once you start to know somebody's personality, you look for the personality in the episode that they're influencing.
And the
directing,
episodes.
Writing.
And the... what other names rhyme with?
Oh my God.
Continue. I can't think of it. I can't think of words.
That's good, man. Because it's like we're not doing a podcast right now, so words not super.
It's not the place for words.
It's fine. No, but like I feel like whenever we have Stan episodes, I'm like going out of my way to be like, okay, what's the Stan? What's he trying to say in here?
What does it mean?
Which is like maybe something that I should actively be trying to do with other directors as well. I just don't know them, and so I don't know the personality.
Just because we haven't taken this writer to dinner before, doesn't mean we shouldn't be paying attention. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's. I guess that's the reality. It's interesting to have those like different levels of like attentiveness of like, oh, this one is written by this person, so it's probably going to have this kind of thing going on.
I think let me look this up real quick while we're talking about it. But we've mentioned that a few times that we always feel like Stan's episodes like mean more or whatever. Like they have more thought put into like this is an analogy for this thing or whatever, and they're more political undertones, that kind of thing. But like I was just looking this up. There's a Justice League Unlimited episode way far from now where that Stan wrote the story for that. I was listening to the commentary on that episode on the DVD, and Bruce Timm and those guys are talking about how much like this feels like a Stan episode or something like that. So I was like, oh, it's not just us. Me. It's just it's like a thing that everybody feels. They just know.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn, that rhymes with Stan. Buy us a coffee, please, listener. Check out buymeacoffee.com/Yoppie, Yopp. IE, linked below to send us a Yoppie beverage and access some pretty shui exclusives like submitting episodes for us to revisit. We'll give you a shout out on an upcoming episode and we'll plug your shit. We'll also do a push-up for every $1. So send us coffee for our health and your entertainment. And today's Yoppie Bevs come to us from Justin, who is now a member on Buy Me a Coffee at the Dylan Pollock level. $10 a month gets you to submit stuff to spin the wheel. Also access to our things that we need to do, which is the watch a movie with us from the list of movies. We got to do stuff sometimes. We got to make time for things that there's no time, and I got to create time. I'm a time lord now. I'm a Doctor Who. That was one sip of whiskey, and I'm already here. On an empty stomach is what it's done to me. We have to do 10 push-ups, so let's do them now. Awesome. Hurry.
Let's.
I'll read another passage from this hoe got roaches in her crib.
Oh, no. 1, 2...
Bitch, ain't you pregnant? Frequisha spat and scrunched her face when she saw her bestie pop an E-pill in her mouth.
8.
Frequisha was now staring at herself in the mirror,
10.
Sucking on the E-pill, trying to get her makeup together before she was about to head back downstairs to meet up with Trell. She smacked her teeth and screwed her face up at Taikisha's statement.
Justin. You don't need to listen to this.
And
I don't know if you.
I'm still deciding if I want to keep this little.
If you had anything to plug, maybe Jimmy knows if you have anything to plug. But
I can't be out here getting my life boggled down.
Just plug that you're just like an awesome guy. You know, some of you may remember Justin as the one who flew from Alabama out to our live podcast here in Big Bus.
Oh no!
And that was.
Keep reading.
There it is.
There's a word I can't say in here. Okay. Let's leave and watch the
episode. April. And there's the moon in the background. Like that old song, April Moon?
Yeah, it was our song.
Any idea where they're keeping her?
None.
I can understand how you feel. But to let those monsters loose, there's no way to stop them.
Oh, yes, there is. I slipped fail-safe devices into all 4 of them. Once I get April back, I'm going to activate them with relish.
Fail-safe devices? How would you get close enough to switch them on?
They're not activated by switches.
What then?
I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want you risking April's life in some crazy rescue attempt.
But...
You followed me, thank God. It was a trap.
You may be a good doctor, but you sure don't have any street smarts. We'll take it from here.
Three, 2, 1.
That's my first job. That was my first job. It's a slate clap.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's real cool.
That was perfect, right? We all clapped at the same time.
Exactly the same time. Internet latency doesn't exist
It's
anymore.
like the State of the Union address. Everybody claps at the same time.
Oh!
We're starting off strong and heavy here.
Stan, did you watch it?
We were at Taco Tuesday, so I only heard a little bit of it. And even in that little bit, it sounded like it was written by 2 different people. One of them was Bernie Sanders, and the other was the Ku Klux Klan.
Very similar people, yeah.
And it's just this whiplash going back and forth, like, oh, we're going to make sure that people have homes to live in. Yes, great. And we hate those Somalis. They've stolen billions of, like, what?
Yeah.
This
within
checks
one
out.
Within one sentence, Not even like Jekyll and Hyde where you got to take a potion. It's just boom, 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 back and forth, whiplash.
So proud of you doing Taco Tuesday.
It's a tradition here in our house.
That's amazing.
It's a large Mexican-American population down here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of Mexican restaurants, and some of them are really good for, a pleasant Tuesday night or any other weeknight as well.
That's awesome.
I remember in Eugene when I went to college there, you would drive past 16 different restaurants on every Tuesday that were advertising Taco Tuesday. And I was so overwhelmed by how many choices there were. I never went to any of them.
None of them.
And I still regret it. I've never gone to a purposeful Taco Tuesday.
Well, frankly, the restaurant is no different. It's exactly the same on any other day. You may save like $2 or $3. Exactly.
It's the happy hour of tacos. Yeah.
Exactly.
Happy day. I don't know.
Is the happy hour of tacos the subtitle for this
subtitle
podcast
already of the episode? Yeah. All right. Well, Stan, you've been here enough times now. You know the drill. I'm going to play this song. Here it is.
Senyap, senyap. If you're wondering, senyap, senyap. What you just watched, senyap, senyap. Take a listen to the synopsis, the short summary, which is sometimes kind of long.
All right, Stan Berkowitz, writer of the episode April Moon. Oh shit, I said it and your body started falling apart. Can you please tell us what happened in April Moon?
Well, first of all, the co-writer of the story was James Tucker, and he was the inspiration for the story.
I've got a little thing about that we'll get to with where, but if you have the version, the Stan version, the real version, you can tell us now.
Well, first, I mean, the reason I mentioned James is it wouldn't have happened without him.
Yeah.
The story is, in its shortest form, a group of criminals who want to become physically enhanced by a doctor who creates futuristic prosthetics. Kidnap the doctor's wife or girlfriend. I'm not sure if they were married or not.
Fiance, I guess.
And they use that leverage over the doctor to get the doctor to help them become prosthetically enhanced so they can commit more crimes. Eventually, the doctor discovers that the wife might have been in on the plot, the girlfriend April, and goes kind of crazy at the end.
Yes, he does.
I would like to preserve the surprise ending.
Okay.
Ooh, good for
we're
you.
Spoiling the whole thing, but yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
He does evil things in a way. Well, not so evil,
we can
I
get
suppose.
into that.
Yeah. I'll give you the official synopsis real quick, which might as well be what you just said because you wrote it. But Batman must battle a gang of criminals who have been given bionic enhancements by a noted medical scientist. That's all they give you for this one.
Really?
Yeah. The thing I had in the trivia for this was that this was like a combination of two different story ideas. One that was intended to be a Shriek episode where he like fell for a woman. He thinks he's manipulating her, but she's manipulating him. And then the other being, I had the quote from James Tucker was, "It was a kind of a jab at the William Morris Agency."
Well, what James said is accurate.
Yeah.
But the thing about Shriek, I have no idea where that came. I don't know where that came from.
It's also part of a quote from James Tucker. So, and this was in 2005 is when he was interviewed about it. Yeah. Huh. So maybe he had a separate Shriek idea, I guess, that was combined or something. But did you have more to that you wanted?
There's less. There's less.
Okay.
The thing about the William Morris Agency is dead on accurate.
Okay. Well, so can you explain the William Morris Agency jet?
Yeah. This is an easy story. The origin of April Moon is that Alan asked me to come to his office, and he very quickly said James Tucker had an idea for an episode which would be an agent for supervillains. Mm-hmm. And my immediate reaction was, I don't like that. I mean, it sounds campy.
Yeah.
I mean, what would they need? What would a supervillain need an agent for? The way it was described to me is it's less of a master criminal finding jobs for more minor criminals, but more of a publicity agent. Like, oh, I'm going to find you a great crime. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Which is what the William Morris Agency, in effect, does. It creates reputations. It creates careers, like any Hollywood theatrical agency.
Okay, so that was going to be my question, because I hadn't heard of this. At first, I thought you were talking about what's the tobacco company?
Oh, Philip Morris.
Philip Morris. Thank you. I was like, what's William Morris? I didn't realize that there was like some big.
You didn't notice when they had cigarettes sticking out of all of their elbows and stuff. Yeah.
They're just cigarette dispensers, but they make crime as well. No, so what's the story on this talent agency? I mean, that's just what they are. Is like a well-known talent agency in LA or something.
Yeah, one of a few. It's one of the biggest. William Morris.
Okay.
Writers, directors, actors. And of course, William Morris is a source of jokes that go back probably 70 years. the jokes that writers make about agents, that William Morris is one of the major butts of those jokes.
Wow. So they've been around for a good long while.
Oh, God, yeah. Its antecedents probably go back to the very early 20th century.
Wow.
I don't know if James actually has an agent. So I think that the agents, his view of the agents might be more toward a publicity agent rather than a career molding agent. But anyway, with all that in my mind, as soon as Alan said that, I said that I don't like that. It sounds campy. It doesn't sound real. It sounds silly. And then Alan instantly said, well, he could be a doctor, who modifies these people. And instantly, that's when April Moon, the whole story happened.
Yeah.
I mean, between the time he said that and the time I was halfway back to my office, the ending was there already.
All right. Okay.
And the question was, how do I lead up to that ending in an interesting way? I
was going to say, like, my very first thought about all of this was just to say, good frickin' episode, Stan. We were sitting there really okay. My I guess history with this episode or whatever is I've only seen it a handful of times, and for some reason it sticks in my brain because I said this to you when I emailed you about which episode you'd like to come on for. Was I said I think you might prefer April Moon because it's kind of a goofy episode or whatever, because for some reason I had it in my head that this was a lot more I don't know, comedic and schlocky and dumb for some reason.
Really?
And then I don't know why that was. It was in my mental list of we got the egg baby and Terry's friend dates a robot and all that kind of stuff. And then also April Moon, because I think I was specifically thinking of the scene at the end with Batman just kind of leaping past them and just going April Moon, which has a hint of comedy to it because he's just I think it's one take of him saying that phrase that they just paste in over and over again. So it's this very kind of, I don't know, silly little glimmer on top of everything. But the scene as a whole played out well, and the whole episode played out very well. And we were having all these moments where Brian and I were just it's a miracle when we can actually just sit there and watch the episode and not just be goofing around the whole time and talking.
I will say that there's a lot. I feel like Batman Beyond has a lower propensity for fuckery going on with us, and we just tend to cue in a lot more than some of the worst BTAS episodes where we're just okay, what's going on here? Some of the Superman episodes we weren't able to connect with. Yeah, this one got me, and I was pretty well entranced with it. But at the end, Jamie and I were almost out of our seats excited. At least I was.
I mean, I knew what was coming, but yeah.
Okay, I didn't. And this is something Stan, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here. Please come along with me.
Okay.
This last week, there's an independent theater here in Eugene called the Art House, and they show some modern movies, but a lot of older movies and independent movies and this sort of thing. And I saw this movie, a film noir movie called Out of the Past.
Oh yeah,
1946.
Robert Mitchum.
Yeah. Good memory.
Yeah, and Jane Greer.
Yeah. Of course. Yes, exactly. And God, what's the guy with the chin? What's his name?
Oh, Kirk Douglas.
Do you know this?
Do you know that Jane Greer had a son named Larry Lasker, who was born literally in the same city and the same day as I was.
Really?
Dang, okay.
Jane Greer and my mom delivered the same day.
That's amazing. So this is your
share that with you. It means
you're actor twin.
No,
Larry Lasker is a very well-known producer down here.
Okay, cool.
In Hollywood.
Yeah, no, this was so my comparison here was when I was watching this movie, I found that I was just so much happier to be watching this than modern films, because cinema now, I just spend I hate myself for it, but I spend 60, 70, 75% of the movie just being this is what's going to happen next, and then it happens. And then this is what's going to happen next, and then it happens.
Okay, just before Taco Tuesday, my wife and I saw a film noir called Crime 101. Uh-huh. There's a moment in there with Halle Berry where she basically goes out of her apartment for a minute, and my wife just clutches my arm because she knew something was going to happen. Yeah. And I mean, she's oh my God, something terrible. And she was exactly right. I mean, within 15 seconds, boom, Halle is attacked by someone that you didn't expect. It just comes out of the blue, like in a horror movie.
Yep.
So exactly what you're saying. You just see it coming. And
this is the thing.
She
Like,
certainly did. And that was today.
Yeah. And I'm not like personally entertained by this. And I think this is why, like, on this podcast, time and time again, I've had like so many grievances with like modern cinema and things, and like actually like praising animation, because I feel like that's where you can actually find some new stuff happening. But
I mean, even when the stuff's 25 years old.
Or when the stuff's 25 years. So I find myself just like really annoyed by these things. But like watching Out of the Past, I like genuinely didn't know what was going to happen until the last second of the film. I was like, I didn't see that coming. And I'm so pleased by it. That being said, this episode gave me a really similar reaction where, you know, Bruce is like, oh, I have a feeling we're not going to see him again. And I'm like, what does that mean? He's just running away for good. And then we see him in the surgical office, like giving the dude a lobotomy or something.
Or something. We couldn't be specific.
Like, I'm so happy to see things like this, because it's so infrequently am I actually like caught off guard by the direction of something. So like, good job to you and James. And
as I was saying, that ending happened instantly. As soon as Alan said there's a doctor involved, that was the ending. And then the trick was building up to that.
Yeah.
That was our challenge, was to build up to it.
Well, like, as far as like Brian's talking about was like modern cinematic language or whatever, like I feel like everybody's kind of done everything at this point, like in film, where I'm sure that there's something to be discovered still, and, you know, a type of shot that nobody's done, or a type of scene nobody's done, or whatever. But everything is pretty predictable to the point, like, I went and saw the new Nosferatu with some friends, and there were so many moments where, like, it was very well done, but there were so many moments where it was very clear that some kind of jump scare was coming any second. Yeah. And then now the version that a horror director tries to do is to redirect you to, you know, red herring you through that scene, like make you think the jump scare is coming here, but it's actually going to, and now they have to do that like 3 different times because you're still suspecting it's about to happen or whatever. Yeah. But the friends I was with were still like, a very predictable one would happen, and they'd like leap out of their seats, and I'm sitting here like, you see it coming a mile away or whatever. Like even just the framing of the shot is like, there's space over here because there's going to be a thing there or whatever. Right. But I have that, you know, wrapping back to April Moon, I had that same kind of feeling of like maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the episode, Brian, you said like, this is very cinematic. And I thought like, what does that really mean when we're talking about a cartoon episode? But then the more that I sat with it as the episode was going on, it was like, it's doing a lot of like, this isn't in a normal Batman Beyond episode. And like the music is just jazz the whole time. It was like a Bullet for Bullock, but in Batman Beyond. And you, Brian, in the back.
Because it was kind of they knew it was film noir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Future noir.
And the flashback pertained to 2 people who had nothing to do with our main characters.
Right.
There was no emotional connection between our main characters and the people in the flashback, April and Dr. Corso, which is unusual for any kind of
I mean, it felt very much like it could have been a normal Batman episode, not necessarily Batman Beyond. Like every time that something was happening where, you know, the gang members would walk into the room and they'd like grab Dr. Corso's arms and like pin him back and stuff, I was like, kind of flicking my brain into like a filter of, these guys they have Tommy guns and they're in, you know, zoot suits and all this kind of stuff. Like it was very similar. Yeah, it didn't have to be Batman Beyond. Yeah.
That's where the music came from.
It's
because the sensibility of it, the emotional story it could have happened back in 1942. You know?
Right. Yeah.
It's a tale as old as time, huh?
Well, I wanted to ask you that. In your opinion, did April know what was going to happen before she met Dr. Corso?
I think yes. I think it was all planned that far back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a pseudo Stockholm syndrome kind of situation. I feel like it was preconceived. But we also don't get a whole lot of backstory, so it's hard to say.
Well, you do. I mean, there's a big flashback there with Ed Begley, and I don't know who played the girl, but there is that flashback that we gave the audience.
Well, there's the flashback, but you don't really like to judge a relationship.
So you couldn't give away anything. That was the problem. Right. But in watching it again, I felt like she came on like a femme fatale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about 1940s, Jane Greer, or, somebody like Rita Hayworth or somebody like that. Yeah. She came on like that. And I think that tipped off the audience that there's something not quite right here. Mm-hmm. That woman wouldn't be interested in that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I do think that it was planned in advance. Obviously, we couldn't say that because it would have spoiled the ending.
She brought him flaky flakes and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wanted that kind of banal thing because it took, because if we had suggested a super hot sexual thing between them happening like that, then people would have become more suspicious.
Yeah.
It was obviously sexual for him as well, but I wanted to make it kind of.
If it was too over the top, it'd be giving it away too quickly.
Kind of simple, kind of something that everyone, including children, could relate to.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like, Brian, you were pretty surprised, I think, by the reveal that she was like, a bad guy, essentially. They had like a very, cartoonish zoom in on Dr. Corso's face when he and sees her in the window.
Well,
and
we
that
had
kind of
to,
thing.
yeah, we had to do that.
Yeah, but like I feel like you had a similar face in the moment, Brian. Like, you were very excited about the final shot of the episode, but it was also that payoff of and the setup from seeing her through the window and all that, I think worked out really well.
We had to shock the audience as well.
Yeah. This is so something what you didn't hear, Stan. You weren't here for it, but on our like cold open of the episode, we're talking about like the impact of like, knowing you and knowing Dan. When we watch these episodes, like I feel like I personally have a different like attentiveness to them. Because I'm like, okay, what's like the Stanism of the episode?
Yeah.
But I actually found myself
What's he trying to say?
What's he trying to say? But I actually found myself getting completely removed from that in this viewing. Like it wasn't actually like, and I want to kind of say that to you too, Jamie, is that like it wasn't that same level of, okay, well, what's like the hidden thing? Like I just found myself like, and as you said earlier, like caught up in like the cinema of it. And it was just a very engaging story. And I was like, yeah, okay, tell me about these bad guys with like the weird, crazy. I wasn't super thrilled about the knee saws, but like other than that, I was like, tell me about these bad guys. Like, what's the situation? What's it leading up to here? And similarly, in like to bring up like the one shining star of cinema in our current like lexicon that's going on now, the Knives Out movies. I adore.
Yes.
I adore, and I never seem to
someone rent the first two of them today at the video store.
They're so good, and I never.
Yeah.
I this last one that came out, the third one that came out, was the one that I guessed most correctly on.
I haven't seen it yet.
Congratulations!
I'm not gonna. Thank you. But no spoilers at all. But it was the one that I got the most stuff right as I was watching. I'm like, oh, it's leading this direction. That being said, there was still stuff that I was like, I have no idea what's happening. Cool. Let me see. Let me watch this. Let me be engaged with this. And I love when a thing can pull me out in that way. And similarly, when I was going into it being like, okay, like I know, Stan, like what's going to go on in this episode? I'm going to expect this, that, and the other. And I found myself 2 minutes into it completely
no idea.
That. Yeah. And it was awesome. And it was really like sincerely happy to be watching an episode like this, because it just doesn't happen in most media these days.
We also talked before watching the episode about a funny Family Guy joke where they say the name of the show in the show, and they did that many times in this episode.
You mean the song?
Well, this is the thing. So I was going to ask you about, like, I could only find like one actual April Moon song from like 1990 or something. Is that the one that's referenced? I didn't think so.
No, there's no song. It just came out of my.
It just made up
off the top of my head. There was a song by that.
Stan, you got to write the song, man.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, for a tone deaf guy, I made $25 last year in royalties from, I think it was either it was BMI.
What?
Because I'm literally tone deaf. I mean, I can't write music, but I wrote lyrics for a song, a musical commercial that was in Justice League, and I just got.
Oh yeah! All right, okay. That's good. That's great.
Bravo!
I love how that counts as its own like separate royalties too. That's awesome.
Stan,
wait, is it the Jacques one or the rubber ducky one? Which one?
The Frere Jacques.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll get there. Brian.
Yeah. No. All good. All good.
Stunned that you know that.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for you. What happened to April after the closing credits?
Oh my God, that's a good question.
You guys know? You guys know Luke Mears?
Yeah.
Serum Lake, and that great book he just wrote.
Yeah.
The name of which I can't remember.
Rogues Gallery, I believe.
Rogues Gallery. Yes. Great book available on Amazon.
Look at you.
As well as your book, Beyond the Bat.
Yes, thank you. Well, I was chatting with him, and I said, "So, what do you think happened to April?" And he came up with an ending that was even bleaker. He said, "Well, April doesn't know that Corso knows.
Yeah.
So as far as she's concerned, she's waiting at the hideout for the guys to come back. They don't come back. She thinks the door is still open to go back to Dr. Corso and say, they disappeared. I was there 1 minute, and then they all left, and now I'm back, baby."
That is how.
You have a repeat of the final shot of the episode.
So Luke, what would Dr. Corso have done?
Yeah.
And to get his bleak point of view, he said, "Well, I think he'd take her back and not tell her." And it's just like a horrible relationship for the rest of their lives until she got bored with him.
That is,
I thought it was an interesting idea.
Dark. I don't.
I know. Well, not dark, but just kind of depressing.
That is a super villain in the making. That's Corso as a super villain.
Corso is a super villain. Yeah.
That's enough to make someone snap.
That would be. Yeah, where he modifies himself.
Yeah, why not? Oh my God! Somebody make a comic of this, please.
Well,
Stan, get on it.
When they bring back Batman Beyond, you got to write this episode.
He would be. Thank you. He would become a kind of a warped version of Batman, where he hates criminals, but he's willing to kill them.
Yeah.
Really vicious, really brutal. Yeah.
Let's talk about the cast of this episode. We have Will Friedle as Terry McGinnis / Batman, who I think was actually doing a pretty solid job this episode. Not that he doesn't really do a bad job ever, but there was a couple recent ones where I feel like it was just kind of like, okay, he's doing teenage hijinks. It's not really anything super serious, but this episode he had a lot of like deep conversations with Corso, and anytime he's sitting in a room with Kevin Conroy, talking with Bruce, it's always very meaningful, I guess, like to have the two generations there. Like I really love that bit where he says like, "I'm only human," and he's like, "I keep forgetting," or whatever. His Batman,
That was clever.
Yeah, and Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne. Yeah, you mentioned Stan, Ed Begley Jr. as Dr. Corso. He was previously Charlie Collins in Joker's Favor way back when. Who was the guy that Joker has do him a favor years later and is going to kill Joker at the end or whatever. And he was also Germs in Feet of Clay, who was a guy in the Clayface original episode. He's very hypochondriac, and Batman's punching that vial above his head that's like full of a disease, and he's, "Oh my God, stop!"
You know what? I'm surprised that he had done that.
Yeah,
because when he did this most recent episode, April Moon, he was playing it in a very cartoonish way. Andrea had to go back with him after the main cast had finished and redo all of his lines.
Oh man,
what?
they just kept him, they kept him around afterward. It was really. I was there, and I just thought it was really cartoonish what he was doing. So Andrea noticed the same problem. I think she just said, "Look, this is a lot more serious than you're taking it, Ed."
Well, and his character in Batman Forever is like super goofy and cartoonish as well. So most stuff I've seen him in has been like that. So I wonder if he was just kind of like, "Oh, of course I'm in a cartoon. This is what I do." But I guess you're right. Yeah, that is interesting considering he'd already been on BTS a couple of times.
Right.
But,
so he knew, the tone set by Kevin. Yeah. Was the tone we all wanted.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Kevin was barely in this episode, so maybe that's, I don't know. We have Jason Nash as Harold / Bullwhip. This is his only DCAU acting credit. Jason Nash, stand-up comedian. He's also has bit parts on House, Drake and Josh, and The Simpsons were standouts for me. If you look him up, you'll recognize his face, Brian. Jason Nash. I didn't realize that was him in this episode. It was kind of fun to see like a recognizable comedian from that time period, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Ethan Embry as Terrapin. So here's the thing, Brian. All the other guys get cool names also, but they're never heard in the episode. They're only in the credits. Terrapin is the big hulking guy with the
turtle.
armor.
It's the turtle light.
Yeah, right.
That makes sense.
He was previously Lee in Joyride, which was that Joker's have a big ship flying around.
Right.
And he was the Joker's gang member. He had a like clown nose on and he was new to the gang. And at the end he goes like, screw this, and leaves. He was known for the bass player in That Thing You Do. And he played Rusty Griswold in Vegas Vacation.
Really?
The next one, Johnny Galecki as Nux, who's the guy with
big
fists.
We know who Galecki is.
Yeah, he's Leonard on Big Bang Theory. He also played Rusty Griswold in Christmas Vacation. So there's 2 Rusty Griswolds in this episode, very strangely. I have no idea if that. I started looking up, like, was Jason Nash also Rusty Griswold at some point? Like, there must be a reason for this, but I don't know. I don't think that's a purposeful casting, but I don't know.
We had a lot of comedy guys then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wonder why.
That's also that guy's only DCAU acting credit. Eric Michael Cole as Knee Jerk, who you can assume is the knee guy. This is also his only DCAU acting credit. He played Boy 2 in Mr. Holland's Opus and Disgruntled Man in the Birds of Prey movie from a few years ago, which I only included because it was a DC project. But he was also Long-Haired Man in multiple Alice in Chains music videos. It's a very strange credit to appear multiple times.
I'm here for it.
The last couple are Cree Summer as Max, of course, and then Daphne Zuniga as April. Who was, in a previous episode, Once Burned, she played a character named Lula, who was in like the poker gang that the Royal Flush gang keeps breaking up. And she played Princess Vespa in Spaceballs, was her big memorable thing.
I think they're bringing her back in the sequel.
The second one, I think so. Yeah.
Oh God,
which is the only like sequel. I was just talking to this about somebody in the store today about how like annoying it is that sequels used to be like, whoa, cool, they're making a second one. That's the first one was so good, I can't wait. And now you're just like, shut up, just stop, please. I just want something original. And there are plenty of original movies out there, but they're not as in the zeitgeist as Toy Story 5 and all this kind of thing. You know?
So in the new Spaceballs, the balls hang a lot lower?
I think so. Very good. Thank you.
I am. Yeah. Again, I famously hate all the remakes and the sequels and everything that's going on. Like, we don't need this in our life, but Spaceballs is the one where I'm like, okay, you got me.
Well, and they promised you the sequel at the end of the first one like 40 years ago, so they better do it.
Yeah.
Some trivia I've got, some trivs. In the flashback scene, upon introducing herself to Dr. Corso, April's pupils are missing. Then in the next scene, her pupils are back. These are all like animation mistakes here at the top. During the flashback sequence, when Bullwhip's gang initially blackmails Dr. Corso, Knee Jerk already has gaps in his forearms where his saws would protrude from. So they may have only had the one character model for him or something, I guess. Also, during the flashback, Bullwhip's right wrist appears normal after Dr. Corso finishes his wrist replacement. Then in the next scene, Bullwhip's gang confronts Dr. Corso. Bullwhip already has the metallic rings around his wrists. Then in the shot where Bullwhip takes out his phone, the metal rings disappear only to return in the next shot. So we just have a bunch of that going on, I guess, of forgetting which one to use or something. Although I'll say the only part of this episode I didn't like was the flashback sequences transitions. And this was nothing to do with you, Stan. This was, the most generic, basic, like Windows Movie Maker spiral transition between the flashback and the... We've just seen much better, and I think this is just a case of like, oh, they're digital colored episodes now. We can, toy around with digital transitions and like, oh, what's this drag and drop? Okay, good enough, or whatever,
They wanted it like an old-fashioned movie type transition.
Yeah, and I think
give me an iris in and out. Like, I'll be happy with that. It's the spin that it feels so hokey to me.
Yeah, it was a little bit. But.
Well, I mean, if you've been watching the film noirs, you see there a dissolve or a fade out, fade in.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But when you go into the flashback, it gets all wavy and cloudy.
Yeah.
That was usually the signal of a flashback. That that it becomes out of focus.
I needed the digital version of like Vaseline on the lens.
Yes.
I didn't get it. Yeah. We noticed this one, or I was glad that Brian did. The jewelry deposit the gang robs is likely supposed to say Gotham City Jewelry Plant, but instead has gibberish on its facade. Gotili Vivtiv Jewelry Malatit. So there's that. I know that's obviously your fault, Stan, because you wrote it.
Stan, how dare you?
You painted the backgrounds, as we all know. When the gang leaves the West End Inn after the fight with Batman, it's misspelled West Any Din, which Brian also got. Strangely, Nux's weapons are originally flat pistons and later appear as metal fists in the final fight scene. Then they become pistons again when Terrapin headbutts Batman and Nux clobbers Batman. They remain pistons when Knee-Jerk volunteers to finish off Batman. A moment later, after Knee-Jerk's defeat, Nux has the fists again. It's funny how there's apparently so many of those, and I didn't notice I noticed the misspelled word stuff, but that was just on screen for half a second.
I noticed pistons and then fists. I didn't notice it go back to pistons.
Yeah, I didn't notice it back and
forth. They went back for modifications and now they're fists.
They got other stuff. Yeah,
but then my brain blocked everything else out. So
the only other thing I had was, and apparently the April Moon song is just you just said, oh, like the old song, but it wasn't really referencing anything. No right. There is a song, April Moon, from 1990. I had just written down for the sake of feeling old, I guess. It would be 2 years before the start of Batman the Animated Series is when that song would have come out if it came out in universe.
Really?
And to Terry, it would be a roughly 51-year-old song, which is just horrifying to me. But I do like it better that it's not like an actual thing. It's just funny that I think it was an Egg Baby, or I can't remember, some recent episode we watched where Terry didn't know a Ruby Slippers reference. Like he didn't know Wizard of Oz. And yet he knows this like ancient April Moon song or whatever. But
some things just really have staying power, Jamie.
That's true.
Well, the Beatles are what, 60 years old now?
That's good point.
Speaking of music things, and I'm sure that like maybe Jordan is going to mention this if we have his musical moment, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Stan, do you happen to know if this was, I don't even know if you're a fan of like David Lynch things.
Well, I know who he is, of course.
Okay. Do you know about his composer, Angelo Badalamenti?
No.
Brian's mentioned him 600 times on this project.
He's one of my favorite composers, and that'll actually he's probably maybe the only composer who I'll go out of my way to just listen to his music in general. Mm-hmm. Very weird jazz, a lot of free jazz and stuff. He did all the music in Twin Peaks, which is classic in its own right. Mm-hmm. Weird. But this was just it came out and I was just it sounded like Angelo Badalamenti in his Lost Highway era. Mm-hmm. Very weird, smoky jazz, too much saxophone, free jazz kind of music. And I really I was really happy when all of it came on, actually. This is right up my alley.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it fit the film noir, it put you in that headspace. Yeah.
That was Jane Greer's, her theme music.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That movie is good. Jamie, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's
no, I haven't, but now I want to because you guys keep raving about it. And Stan knew everybody.
Do you remember what year Out of the Past was?
1948. 40.
You knew yesterday.
47. 47. Yeah.
There's a Batman Beyond episode called Out of the Past that we haven't gotten to yet. Spoilers.
Is it a reference?
No, it's not.
So yeah. Sorry, Brian. Now you hate the episode already. Yeah.
It's a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm well versed now. I'm ready.
And Jane Greer gets pregnant at the end.
No.
Okay. Let's talk about keen effects in this episode.
Wow. Keen.
I cannot think of a single one. I was more focused on the story than on the visuals this time. What? Okay.
I'm ready. The bullwhip. I almost called him a long shot for some reason. Bullwhip does his he tries to bullwhip at Batman at the end, and he catches the transformer or something in the power lines, and should have killed himself, but he was just mildly stunned.
Yeah, that tends to happen with electricity in cartoons. Yeah. Pikachu shocks Ash 1,000 times and he's fine.
Yeah, but he had kind of electricity cycling his body or circling around his body, and that was pretty keen. Good dimension, good lighting.
I was going to say I just like the lighting in the episode in general, like especially in Dr. Corso's office, like where he's operating on them a lot of the time. Early scenes, very good, and the very ending scene very good with just being very dramatic with the lighting. Like there was a couple parts where they're having a very serious conversation and they like turn toward each other, and even though it doesn't technically make sense in the space, they're both like backlit instead of front lit, so it was very, I don't know, moodier or whatever. It felt more noir. I was just speaking of James Tucker with this, like he's been doing that Cape Crusader cartoon with Bruce Timm, and I didn't notice it till someone had pointed out, but every single shot in Cape Crusader is backlit. Like there's no it's all supposed to be very moody and noir feeling, as if like the whole thing is that. And so, and as soon as someone said that, I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Like, so anytime that I've done art related to Cape Crusader, I have to make sure that it's all backlit. I can't do it.
It's also a tribute to the old Fleischer Superman cartoon.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of backlighting there.
Yeah, there's a lot of cues in both of these, I think.
I mean, the only backlighting thing I can think of is like Sin City, which is like historically overly backlit, but like great.
It's a comic book film noir, essentially.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at all these connections we're making today. Good for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much, most of it is just kind of the vibes of the episode. Then it's not about the spectacles and explosions and lasers and that kind of thing this time around. Yeah, it was good. From the Fandom Optimists podcast, it's Jordan Blumen's Musical Minute.
Hey, music.
That's from Shriek, that quote.
You're listening to Jordan Blumen's Musical Minute right here on Jump on the Bat-Wagon. We've got some silky smooth melodies coming your way because this episode sure was jazzy, wasn't it, fellas? I took a jazz appreciation class in college, and let me tell you, I appreciate some jazz. Put a little vibraphone action in your score, and I'm gonna love it even more. About 3 minutes from the end of the episode, I realized that I had no idea who any of these people were or what was going on, because I paid no attention to this story at all, but I sure enjoyed listening to all that jazz all the way through. Never apologize for loving your fandom, and try to stay optimistic.
Thank you, Jordan.
Jordan, always outclassing himself, that fella. Yeah. Jordan, I'm going to need to have an Angelo Badalamenti conversation with you, because I'm sure you must have studied him at some point in time, and I need to communicate with somebody. Please, Jordan, rescue me.
That was the thing that I mentioned earlier, that like I felt like the Beyond version of Bullet for Bullock, because that was like the jazz episode of B-Test, where the whole thing is also very like, detective noir feeling, and there's a lot of jazz the whole time, and everyththing's a tribute. And I feel like that's another reason why I felt like, why I'm stupid for having lumped this mentally in with like the sillier episodes or whatever, because as soon as I think it was right after you said like it's so cinematic, we were just watching, and then there's a trombone in the background as they're like entering a room, and I'm like, yeah, play that trombone or something. Like, it was just very like, there wasn't really much bad about this episode. It's hard to find,
Yeah,
and we're not just saying that because Stan is here, but it helps. Okay,
only the weird digital spiral wipes. Yeah, that's the only thing that pulled me out of
it. That's just gonna be what I think of.
Well, I don't remember this, but did they use the spiral when you go into the flashback and when you come out of the flashback?
Yes.
Into the flashback when you come out, and then there's another one in the middle for some reason to cut between scenes.
It was Batman being knocked out was also a spiral.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just one of the. I only focused on it because it just felt very much like a drag and drop, don't tinker with it at all kind of thing. But I understand it's the year 2000. It's honestly like remarkable that
it was new then, but it's what we were using to edit videos in 2000, and so it became cliche to us. And so now seeing it, we're like, not spiral wipe number 7. Come on. Guys.
maybe the tool was new, but the aesthetic effect
for sure
from the 1940s, 1950s.
Yeah.
That was the intention of the producer.
It was definitely trying to replicate it, but with like modern late 90s, early 2000 tech.
Yeah. Because he's in every episode somewhere, where is Clayface in April Moon?
He's Terrapin.
He's Terrapin. Okay.
Final answer.
Just in general.
Yeah, well, he's Terrapin's armor, you know?
I like to think he's the like underground like sewer entrance, like that's his mouth, and Batman opens it up and puts Dr. Corso down. Just get in Clayface for a second, please. I need you to be out of here.
Wait, did we get sidetracked? Did we answer about like what we thought happened to April? Did you answer, Jamie?
No, that was just what the Luke Mears suggestion was for the continuation or whatever. But I was gonna say to that I thought, like maybe something along those lines of like a darker, like she doesn't realize that he knows, and so they get back together, and he kills her in some horrible way or whatever. So, but I do like that. It's even more depressing that he's like, well, but I'll never bag someone this hot again, so I might as well just
and never tell her that he knew.
Yeah.
Maybe on his deathbed.
I think it would have gone the other way, but maybe this is my predictability with modern media, just like absolutely like brainwashing me. I could see it being like we've seen he like has the like go to sleep injection gun at the ready at all times that he used on Batman. I could see him using that on April and being like, oh honey, I'm so glad you're home, giving her a hug and then like kazoop into the shoulder. And then maybe she wakes up as some like he's
replaced
head,
all of her limbs.
She's the head
like
with just
Mars
like
attacks.
spider legs or something like that. Like he makes her into some abomination to like get his.
He puts her head on a chihuahua and then the chihuahua head.
No, I mean that was dark. That was a really dark end, but I liked it.
Let's do Batman's usefulness for this episode.
Give me the song.
What did Batman do? Did he get a 10 or only a 2? I really gotta know. Tell me now. What is Batman's usefulness? Now.
I think he did pretty well. I'll give him some credit this time. Like he was doing very good detective work. He tagged the Terrapin or whoever it was when he followed them back to their hideout, and he figured out the secret code all on his own. So I give him a pretty good score.
But it was also Bruce had a lot of heavy lifting there, figuring out like there's like the voice cut off thing.
Yeah, I mean I think that Bruce is, he's still got the mind of Batman, but he just can't be the physical Batman. And now we have New Boy to be physical Batman, but he still needs Bruce to help him with the mental trickery.
We need a Bruce Terry homunculus.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the final form of Batman. A true chimera, he would say. I think I'll give Terry a solid 7. Because he did a very good job, but it wasn't like a world-saving event. It was just to keep this guy from...
7 what?
I know. I'm trying to think. 7, you dropped your knee back at the place out of 10.
7 prosthetic knee replacements? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Because of Bruce's influence, I'm going to give him a slightly lower. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Demented doctors certainly doing experiments on his now ex-girlfriend out of 10.
Okay. Stan, what about you? What do you get Batman?
You got a rating?
I have no idea. I don't.
Well, you gotta do it. Play along.
Well, I mean, both of them did very good jobs. The only shortcoming I find in the episode is that there is no personal connection between the heroes,
Batman,
and the villain's story. It's Terry essentially functions as a policeman.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
And nothing beyond that, really.
Good Batman.
Are you giving him a policeman out of 10?
I have no idea. I'm not good with numbers.
Okay. Oh, well, solid. We got From the Movies to Watch Before You Die podcast. It is Thoughts of the Week with Dylan Pollock.
Coming up next, it's another guest appearance from our favorite visiting superhero.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
It's time for the Thoughts of the Week from Dylan Pollock on April Moon, or April May Mess You Up. How often can knee chainsaws possibly come in handy? That's really, that could have been my alternate title, because the whole time, they just immediately get screwed up each time, these knee chainsaws. Seems like a terrible idea. Also, this little workplace meet cute of Frosty Flakes is weird as hell, no? Like, this does not feel realistic or natural in any way. Also, I feel like this episode wants to act like April Moon was as famous as Moon River or something, as this old song. And it's not something I've ever heard of outside of this show.
There's a reason for that.
I also find it even harder to think Terry would know this song without Bruce mentioning it to him. Like, Bruce, made sure that he would know the Ruby Slippers reference, and he wouldn't get that, but he knows April Moon. And for a second time, Chainsaw Guy's flaws come out real poorly when you use the code word on him, and he's left limbless. He is limbless, people. Anyway, time for the question of the week. James Sawyer part. What would the James and Brian self-destruct words be? Yappy Dude? Banana Man? Fast forward to? Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's a good question. Zeebel, I think. That's mine.
My self-destruct phrase would probably just be, Brian, did you hear they're going to do a sequel? And
then you just fall apart. Your arms fall apart.
But
we didn't mention that at all.
I'm glad Dylan brought that up. Yeah, because that was one of the more like tenacious ends to a villain I think we've had in like any of these shows, is the guy just literally arms and legs just falling off, and then he's just left like in pieces on the ground. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then it cut to like a wide shot of all of them like defeated on the ground when Batman's done, and you just see in the far distance just like a leg over there, an arm over there. It's like, oh my god, that poor guy.
Did you have any problems with the censors on this one, Stan?
I didn't hear anything. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Because this is vicious, not graphic. It's not graphic, but it's
implied
vicious.
Graphic. Yeah.
Toward the end of the season, the censors kind of give up.
Really?
Do whatever.
Yeah. They know they can trust us, and you just don't hear anymore.
They know that you can trust you, and then you're like, we're just going to push the envelope a little bit here.
Well, you push the envelope, but you're not going to do anything crazy.
Yeah,
that's the thing with the cornflakes or whatever, the breakfast cereal,
flaky flakes.
Yeah,
whatever it was. Obviously, it's a sexual relationship, but if children are watching it, they're not going to know what's going on there.
Yeah, I kind of like the implication of like, we are to assume that he was essentially like semi-courting her for a while before he proposed, but I like just the transition of like, a hot lady walked in my room, and then 2 hours later, can you clean this vial? And it had a ring in it. And then she just jumps on him and kisses him and all that stuff. Well, but I mean, with the idea that she's been in on it the whole time, like she's gonna give in to, pretend to be into him more than she actually is, or whatever. So
But the giving of food is kind of suggests domesticity.
Breaking flakes, they call it. I think.
Domesticity.
Yeah, good
word. Saying, how many SATs have you won? My God.
The awards.
But it was funny because I feel like at the start I didn't really know where that relationship was going to go. It's just like, oh, you know what? She really cares for the guy. Maybe they're gonna be like they're gonna team up. But then, of course,
it had to be a surprise, as much a surprise to the audience as it was to the doctor.
Yeah. Granted, we knew that he was, or she was important to him because he was like trying to get her back, and he was all like crestfallen as a result. But
she didn't moon anybody.
She didn't moon anybody.
You were expecting that she would moon
April's moon.
April's moon. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. We were so close, but it never happened.
Yeah. I mean, with the shot where she walks in the room for the first time, the camera is very obviously like focused on her butt, so that was close enough, I think. But,
yeah.
We don't know what this means still, but do we think this episode was
books or hip hop?
I feel like it was a pretty hip hop episode to me. That's how I feel.
I'm going to meet you there. Yeah, it's hip hop to me.
Okay, Stan.
I don't know. I didn't know what the first one was.
Books or hip hop?
Books. It's older. It's books.
Okay.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
I love this. It's the dumbest question we've ever conceived of, and it's got some staying power, and I don't know how.
Now, Stan, you only have one. We forgot to add Babel last time, and I'm pretty sure I asked you in an email whether you put Babel above or below Shriek on your top 10. I don't remember what your answer was. Do you feel like Babel was better or worse for you than Shriek?
Which should I like first, the first Shriek or the second Shriek?
Yes.
I guess I liked him in that order.
Okay. And then do you want to assign a number 1 through 10 to April Moon here comparatively?
No, I can't do that.
Okay. Do you feel like it's above or below the Shriek episodes?
I think it's probably below them because there isn't that. The two heroes don't have a personal connection to the crime that's going on. They're really only acting as policemen, really.
Well, because you're the Stan Berkowitz, I'm not going to put numbers next to yours. I'm just going to put them in a vague order here, and then we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, you got Shriek, Babel, April Moon in that order. Brian, are you putting this on your top 10 for Batman Beyond?
Oh, I need a moment to think. I mean,
I think I probably am. I think I'm going to put it just below Dead Man's Hand, which puts it at number 9 for me, which I think is also a Stan episode.
Yes.
Dead Man's Hand? Yes.
Jamie, without me having to remind myself of the episode, what was Hooked Up? What happened in Hooked Up?
Hooked Up was Spellbinder putting people in the floaty green balls and they get all druggied. And that was a really hard-hitting one for you. So
yeah.
Which my list just kicked Egg Baby off at number 10. So that was only there for a second.
That was the one that got us the Emmy Award.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
You left your brain. It was too baffling.
It did. I think I'm going to put this just over Hooked Up.
Wow. Okay.
Which is going to kick off Touch of Karare for me.
We have similar Batman Beyond lists. We continue.
Batman Beyond's just been super solid this whole time. And I feel like BTAS and TNBA, we were all over the place. Superman, kind of similar. Batman Beyond, I think we're like pretty close here.
In agreement, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll continue to not like On Leather Wings with like an idiot, but
we need to rewatch.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, we'll go to the future to do mail, blah, 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 future sound effect. And then we'll tell Brian the name of the next episode when we come back.
I like that it was blah, 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 future sound effects, and then you finish your sentence.
And I say another thing, and then here's the actual sound effect. I'm very glad that we're not doing mail with someone's 1998 videotape converting behind my body. It's not done yet. There's still much more tape. I was telling you this tape just keeps going and going and going, but it reached a like spot where clearly they had stopped recording and then started a different day. And I just went, nope, and like hit stop on the thing. I'll rewind like 5 seconds and start it again when we're done with mail. But I was thinking the whole time that we were going to be doing mail with just like blah, 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 birthday party happening in the background. And I'm like, well, listener, I'm sorry, my other job calleth. But,
is it in LP format? Because I know that you could do 6 hours on a VHS.
Well, it's 120. I'm pretty sure it's SP, so I can hope that it's only 2 hours. But it has been going for almost 2, so hopefully they realize they ran out of tape or something. I could pop the tape out and see how much is left. Let me look now.
Listener, he's turned around. He's ejected the tape seems to be stuck in the VCR.
Look how
he's killed.
Little is left. That's amazing. That's
going to cut off.
Fantastic.
That is going to cut off in the middle of a scene. I promise you.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So according to the label, it was, I just sat through Christmas 98, Rachel birthday 99, Christmas 99, Barkley / Berta birthday 99. Who names their child Berta? Sorry.
Berta, I'm so sorry for Jamie.
Barkley's bad enough, but Berta and Christmas 99. And then what just started, it was Jesse birthday 2000. So yeah, it's a T120. So it is just the 2 hours, I guess. No one cares about this. Hi, everybody. It's the mail time for the mail song.
Yeah. That yacht. That one small extra yacht, put it over.
We record
what we drop.
Some ladies' tapes
those
into digital format first. There sure was a lot. Now Jamie's mad. Too bad we're all just working at Video Horizons. Thank you, Kimmy. If you'd like to reach out to us, Kimmy, like the fire hand at the end of World's Finest Part 3.
Why doesn't Kimmy ever send mail?
I don't know. Now Jamie's mad. Jamie angry. Come on, Kimmy. I'm doing Clay and listening to this. I don't have time to send it a voice message.
Right.
It's not like we hear your voice every week in the song. 60-second voice message or a short-ass email, an email for your ass, to batwagonpod@gmail.com. That's where it goes. Or you can leave a... comment, that's what the word I'm looking for, on Spotify or YouTube. Please don't spoil anything past this episode for Brian. We have some comments and emails from last episode. Plague or can't obliterate Batman really at all. Episode 192.
We loved
Cobra. That. We did, and we still do. This is Lock D. Says, forgive the second comment if you can, which their first comment I'll just read now because that makes more sense. You had said My Hero Macadamia. They posit Neon Genesis Pecongelian. So there you go. Forgive the second comment, but if you can, please tell Stan, I won't because he's not here, but maybe I'll tell him later, that he should have written an episode that was just Terry tracking down a guy and the guy tranking him and him tracking down the guy again and him tranking him again for 20 minutes until the guy runs out of tranquilizer shots. The whole thing takes place over a week and Terry fails all his classes because he's been unconscious on the floor of warehouses 18 hours a day.
I can't think of a better episode.
Yeah, we'll just stop now. There's no other Batman Beyond episode can live up to this.
Nope.
Charles Motosierra says, Brian, you're not a millennial. You're more of a Third Crusade generation. Thank you. I appreciate that personally. Ashley Tutchin says, I'm a big My Hero Academia fan, and I've always called it My Hero Macadamia. Ooh. It would be nutty not to. Also, just an unrelated note from the world of DC's comic book universe, our very own Jack Ryder, a.k.a. The Creeper, recently got to star in his very own Valentine's Day special. It was called Superman Chains of Love, and it was all about creepers shacking up with Livewire. It's a pairing I never would have picked, but they're both ethically dubious journalists/broadcasters, so I get it. Good on you, Jack. Go get some edgy goth ass and let those sparks fly. Yeah, I mean, he was all after Harley Quinn in the episode, so they're all kind of the same.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the drawing on your tablet behind you.
Oh, it says wash me now. Yeah.
Put it in the car wash.
Yeah, it'll work. No one knows what we're talking about. Clone Yoshi says, speaking of GoldenEye, is that the best movie tie-in game? Do y'all got any that come to mind that's a good game?
I mean, can I just say Resident Evil? Like they did a good job, like being like, oh, this is the thing from this part of the movie. But
are you doing a bit like the video game came before the movie?
The video game came before the movie?
Yes. Did you not know this? Are you being serious?
What?
Okay, yeah. What
are you sure?
Yes. Resident Evil, the movie, is based on the video game Resident Evil.
No. Sorry. I thought you were saying GoldenEye, the game came before the movie.
No. But you were putting Resident Evil forth as a better example of a video game based on a movie, is what I thought you were doing. That's what we're coming up with. Yeah.
No, sorry. No, I was just saying that like video game and movie relations.
Okay.
The series of Resident Evil games are just like phenomenal.
Yes.
The movie's okay.
The movies are okay. I just watched all 6 Resident Evil movies over the last couple of weeks.
There's how many Resident Evil movies now?
Don't even worry about it. The first one's like a what do you want to call it? Guilty pleasure cult classic kind of thing. It's got the grid laser scene. It's got a lot of memorable stuff. But then
what is your name? Michelle something?
Yeah, Michelle Motosierra. That's who stars in those. It's Jesus Christ. It's Jesus Christ who stars in the Resident Evil movies. Would be very different movies.
The lasers go through and he's just still standing there.
Yes. Yeah. Mila Jesus-vich.
No. That's not who I'm talking about.
You're talking about Fast and Furious chick, Michelle, what's her face? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in 2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez.
There you go. Michelle Jovovich. Yeah, she's in those.
They would have a very pretty kid if they had a kid together.
GoldenEye may be the right answer to game based on movie best option. Only it's legendary status, but it is a very difficult to play game, especially an N64 with one joystick and that kind of stuff. But and it's just I don't know. I can't think of there's a lot of Batman Begins came out and they made a Batman Begins game. Iron Man came out and they made an Iron Man game. All this kind of stuff, and none of them are ever very good. Superman N64, historically the worst video game ever made, tie-in with Superman the Animated Series. So,
What about the lost episode of BTAS?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Or I guess if we counted that, that's obviously the answer. Comic Banana Man said, Okay.
Is there a cough?
It was
in
written
there?
as cough, but I kind of onomatopoeia'd it for you. I think it worked out.
Thank
better.
you. Thank you.
We got Lanola Cola. We finally have.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We finally have Clayface Beyond. Imagine if the subtitle was, or this episode, Papyrus. And the capital of Vietnam is Hanoi. So you can do it on the thing. Do you still have the paper?
I do.
We got to do a second one this
moved.
time. We didn't remember to do that with Stan here.
It moved. Laura was moving things around. Where to go? Here it is. Hanoi. God, of course.
Of course.
I. Ooh.
H-A-N-O-I. Yeah.
Okay.
What does that reveal to you?
It reveals to me that 8 down is missing one letter. Printer cartridge contents obviously is ink. Oh, sorry.
Oh. INQUE.
Oh, have you seen the movie Ink?
I don't know.
It's kind of a B movie, but absolutely worth a watch. Lordly River where Rip Van Winkle slept. Starts with an H.
Hanoi.
Third letter is a D. It has 6 letters.
Okay.
There you go, listener.
It's not me. Yeah, listener got to do it. Rishi, I can't do this anymore. It says, my bad for the late email. Anyways, my question of the week, if you had to make and wear your own Batman utility belts, what would you guys put in it? And what item would get the most use?
Oh.
Yeah, Brian just whipped out like a Swiss Army knife. So
It's my Leatherman. It's my Leatherman Skeletool, which I would argue is like maybe the best everyday carry you can have. I would build it around this and like the couple shortcomings this has. Maybe
I'd
some
probably
scissors, some
have
rope,
like
some
a
webbing.
camera and tape. I use a lot of tape.
I do have an old spy camera. Maybe I'd have an analog camera
little
in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, can we do this?
Just a little.
Can we do this in
Polaroid.
real life?
yeah. Let's make utility belts. So we need to bring to like the next Comic-Con or something.
Oh my God.
It says, by the way, I'm making a report on Dwayne McDuffie. That's a writer that we haven't had yet for my high school English project. Are there any specific details I should add or talk about? All I'm going to do is recommend that you watch the Watchtower Database documentary on Dwayne McDuffie. It'll tell you everything ever about the man. And there you go. Neo Gotham Tourism Board is back. Sad news from the Neo Gotham Tourism Board.
Oh no.
Hey there, it's the Neo Gotham Tourism Board. I'm here to apologize and let you all know that the 2020 Gotham Paralympics is now canceled. I am deeply sorry that we thought the jazz standard April Moon would be a good way to start the Paralympics, and I don't think any of us expected that and I don't know what the correct way to say this is, but that the amputees would, I guess, disassemble. Is it disassemble? It was horrific to see. I'd like to apologize. I don't know if we've angered some jazz standard hating deity or something. Do we need to sacrifice something? I don't understand what happened.
Sacrifice one limb.
But we are deeply sorry. Stay safe out there and don't listen to any jazz.
Thank you so much for this warning. Yes. Just in case I need. What if Batman comes up to you and just says April Moon and without realize, like your arm falls off? I didn't even know I had a fake arm. What's going on?
I want to know, like, real talk, if that actually, like something like that actually happened. What would be the PC way of explaining the situation?
Eric LeBeau, April Mooner. I never liked that name. I need something more appropriate now, like the Johnny Test Whip sound effect.
Okay, before we get to the rest of the voice message, I'm happy to report I'll be sending out the bookmark soon.
Woo!
Sorry it took me a while, but as James saw, my struggles in getting these to turn out correctly can basically be summed up by this clip.
What is wrong with you? Why are you blue?
Anyways, I would personally love if this was the password.
ZBLU.
I said that.
Where exactly is the motor in Terry's costume? Because that costume always looks like it's just fabric. Speaking of, Terry knows about April Moon, but not the Wizard of Oz. Really? Mm-hmm. Also, April Moon is a horrible song for a couple. It is about a guy getting cucked. Speaking of relationship problems, I should probably go talk to Croc. Hey, Croc. Sorry I had to drag you away like that, but you can't be hugging a fire hydrant for a week straight.
Croc.
Nah, it's okay, man. We'll both have our time one day.
Croc.
Yeah, no, that harmonica's gotta go. Open up. I'm gonna have to try and pull it out. Oh, you guys don't need to be here for this part. Until next time, Bat-Wagon, support Brian and keep calming up on.
Well, and it's funny that since we know now from Stan that the April Moon song doesn't even exist, he just made it up. But this April Moon song from 1990, the lyrics, it must just have a lot of instrumental to it. They're very short. I assume this is the one he means. She was polishing the chairs when the doorbell rang. She smoothed down her hair and answered to a little old man. He gave her his widest grin and said, Would you mind if I came in and talked to you? One April afternoon, two shadows walking in the sun, their final tune, two shadows waiting for the April moon. She showed him the kitchen, and he pulled up a chair, and he was about to begin. He noticed her hair. He thought to himself how beautiful she looked and said, would you mind if I took a picture of you? April afternoon, two shadows walking in the sun, their final tune, two shadows waiting for the April moon. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It really is as described, I suppose.
Also, thanks for the shout out of the support Brian thing.
Yes,
I don't think we're gonna hit. I don't think we're gonna hit the total there.
Well, not unless more listeners help out. You got a pretty decent chunk of it, but it's very helpful still to everybody. But
yeah, and I super appreciate it. I mean, every little bit helps. That's like, are we at $3,000 now?
You were close last time I looked, but I don't have the direct link.
I appreciate you. It is honestly mostly the listener.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. We'll probably pull it down soon, I'm sure.
There were people asking in the Discord how long it would be up because they didn't have the means till they got paid or something like that. So I would keep it up a little longer. And
okay.
And everybody, thank you for helping out.
Thank you so much.
Kyle Naranya donated twice on the thing, and he's sent in a mail as well. For instance, here for April Moon.
I think April Moon is another great example of kind of Bruce Timm and the crew with Batman Beyond's flip on characters from Marvel. Specifically, for whatever reason, Bullwhip really did remind me of Doc Ock, but Spider-Man has so many different characters with enhanced abilities. And there have been versions that are based off of some form of prosthesis or needing help with something or assistance. It made me wonder, what character from Spider-Man's universe do you think would have been really cool as a Batman Beyond villain? I couldn't stop thinking about it while watching this. And that's one of the reasons I love Batman Beyond is, again, and I know a lot of us have said this, it's awesome to see a teenage perspective fighting Spider-Man level villains in the DC animated universe. Stay yoppy, guys. See you.
See you.
To you as well. It's hard to say because most of the Batman Beyond villains are like analogs for Spider-Man villains already. So
I know my immediate answer was going to be, who's the like alligator villain who's just like Killer Croc?
The lizard? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
But he swallows a harmonica, so he's even more.
A real answer, though, I don't know, because I think you're right.
Yeah.
Like, it's just hard for me to think of any like more like legendary, like Dr. Octopus would be like crazy.
I think I'd like to see another, because like Derek Powers' Blight was sort of the Norman Osborn Green Goblin like kind of figure, because he's like, I'm big time businessman who goes crazy and gets green powers, but yeah, big time businessman. But then we haven't had very many other Batman Beyond villains that are just like, I don't know, corporate-y, like Batman the Animated Series had a lot of mob bosses and businessmen that are bad and all this kind of stuff. Yes. Harvey Birdman.
He's not a cop.
But so like some sort of Kingpin type or Tombstone type or something like that would be cool to see if I'm thinking Spider-Man guy.
Spider-Man. Well, Batman, like Terry Batman, Batman Beyond Batman versus Venom.
Yeah.
That could be,
which is like sort of ink, but not really the same.
Oh
like
yeah, we do have
liquid.
ink.
But Venom, big tongue. Ink don't have big tongue as far as we know.
But also, like, I think Ink is a little more like amorphous, and while Venom does have kind of those same powers, he's just like more aggressive.
Ink is goopier Clayface more than she is. Drippy. Just Mask does wrestling. Hey. May Sun, please laugh. I don't. Wait, hang on. I've got the button. Right, I've got the button.
Please clap.
Thank you. I don't feel strongly either way about this episode. The quality of the episode is strong and the writing and dialogue throughout is solid. I guess all the plot points I just saw coming, which is the opposite of what Brian's
Yeah, I suck.
They have mechanical augments. Oh, don't worry, there's a kill switch. His wife is being held hostage. Actually, she's a willing participant. I wouldn't have seen those coming. I'm not smart. I did really like the end where Corso was the doctor responsible for helping the dude who took his wife from him. Totally okay episode overall. Probably won't ever stick out in my mind again unless someone puts it on the wheel. James, cue a buy me a coffee plug. I did. That's all from me. Have a good week and be good people, Bat-Wags. I'm off to steal a barn. Don't do that. That's illegal. People need that barn.
There's a story behind that one.
Oh, well, was it on Yoppie Games?
It was in a Yoppie Gamer chat where he steals barns sometimes with people's permission.
Oh.
But maybe just sometimes.
Well, that's cool.
Maybe
That's
not
nice
even
of him.
once.
Yeah,
Actually, maybe he's just a barn thief. I don't have any evidence for any of this, so he might just be a barn thief.
I can hope so, because I don't have a barn, so I'll be safe. Corey Ragosa, you forgot Doug. Oh, fuck.
No!
Doug. It's Limu Emu and Doug. How can you have forgotten Doug? He is a crucial role for the Limu Emu Liberty Bibberty commercials.
I hate this.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, the off-topic banter is always great. I really liked your Gregorian chants. They reminded me of Louis Armstrong. Until next time, Bat-Wags.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, more of that.
I miss the days when just like, oh my God, you can type this in and the computer will say it back to you was like the funniest shit in the world. Like it still is pretty funny, but now you just have the like in the corner little mental aspect of like, but AI voices and this thing and that thing. Knowing that like that's the most obvious, like earliest text to speech, Microsoft Sam voice or whatever. And although he's said before, it's not Microsoft.
Is it the Apple one? Is it the Apple version of Microsoft Sam?
No, Apple Sam. Moss is his name. I had a piece of software in high school that was like a comic book making program. You could just drag in the bubbles and you couldn't really do much with it. It was predetermined like poses and bubbles and stuff. It was made for children. But you could type in whatever's in the word bubble and then it would say it back to you in the text to speech voice. So all we would do is just create a full page word bubble and then type as much shit in there as possible and just ha ha ha. It's so funny when it reads it back. And we were over at my house preparing there was a lip sync contest my senior year of high school, and we chose to do the Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up, and nobody told us that the lip sync contest was happening, and each class was supposed to have a group representing them, like so each grade, and the senior class had nobody to represent them, and it was happening like at lunch that day, and so our English teacher let us go home, grab a bunch of props from my prop storage stuff, and just slap stuff on and show up. And I already knew all the words because we had just done the like remake of the music video, which you can check out on the JTS Entertainment YouTube channel. You see me at age 17 doing the shot-for-shot recreation of the Rick Roll video.
And no one in the audience is surprised. Go on.
No, and I think half of them have seen it already. So yeah, so we're over there like, oh my God, okay, we got to get this thing, and like who's gonna wear this, and we're like stressing out, and Will's like on the computer, and I didn't even see what he's doing, and all of a sudden he just hits play on it, and we're like just sitting there gathering stuff, and he goes, hickory dickory dock, hey mouse ran in my cock. That's all. It's stuck in my head forever. That's how that like, poem goes now. It's good times.
That's very Will.
Last first we have Mark Aquino, April Moon, or brought to you by Flaky Flakes. They're decent. So you fall in love with their food. So you fall in love with a woman who brings you cereal and proposed to her in less than a month. Must have been some good cereal, because otherwise dude had some really low standards. Apologies to Stan Berkowitz, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This was a bit of a snoozer for me, unfortunately.
Oh.
Why did we like this episode but nobody else did?
This is our on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, or no one else understands. It's just good.
So good.
Boss Biggest Bear Hugs to the #1 podcast host in this your multiverse of ours, James Impending Force Strecker, and Brian Special Lil Dumpling Manili.
Yeah.
Praise to our Lord and Savior, Dylan Pollock. Keep up the great work on your own podcast. Remember, tell Kev that she rolled. I love Special Lil Dumpling.
I feel like a special little dumpling.
Likewise, an SLD, if you will. Likewise, of course, all his loyal disciples. Scarlowy, I started saying them shit. Well, Scarlowy gets an extra shout out. And of course, all the awesome sauce listeners of this Yoppie community of ours, you're all the absolute best. Don't you ever forget that. There's no PS thing. It just says, till next week, futuristic smoke bomb. That's it.
Okay.
That's the mail, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, man.
Oh, here it goes. Time for Keenan and Kel. Keep it laughing in the afternoon. Who is that? Coolio? That's Coolio. All right, bye. Okay, now we're back
Blah,
from
blah,
the
blah,
future.
blah.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. The next episode, Brian, is called Sentries of the Last Cosmos. This is another Batman Beyond episode.
Sentries of the so Sentries as in not like SENT, but CENT.
It is. No, it is the SENT.
Sentries.
Like a person, like a guard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sentries of the what?
Last Cosmos. I don't know what I could give you as a hint.
Do I get three questions on this?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a crossover episode?
No.
Is it a flashback heavy episode?
No.
Fuck.
What were you thinking for both of those?
The title sounded very Superman, and I was like, "What are the chances?"
Mm-hmm.
And then my next was, well, I guess like that would have also been like a crossover. And I think about it, but it would have been like, is it a Batman thing?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But maybe
I'm pretty sure it's a Rich Fogel episode.
Okay.
Which doesn't help you at all. Doesn't mean anything to you.
Sentries of the past?
I'm just flexing. That's all. Yeah. Last Cosmos.
Sentries of the Last Cosmos.
Look, I'll say it is heavy on referential humor toward a large media franchise of the time that this episode came out.
Does it have like a WB rip?
No, it's 20th Century Fox was at the time the studio behind it.
Jamie,
it happened
I'm
like
lost.
a long time ago in a galaxy
far
away. Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not doing a Star Wars episode, are they?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What? I know.
Well,
I need
you'll find out, I guess.
What?
Well, that's the show, everybody. Thank you to everyone listening in the description for their musical themes and help in making this podcast as yappy as it can be. Go check out their stuff. Thank you, of course, to you, the listener, for listening. And thank you, Stan, for joining us once again.
Thank you.
For a Stan episode. This was a very good one. Not that they all aren't, but you know.
Thank you.
And you wanted to plug things.
Please.
It's a fan expo in Cleveland. It is March 13th, 14th, and 15th.
My birthday.
It's in downtown Cleveland. If any of your viewers are in the area, please come by. I'll be there with Dan Reba, Alan Burnett, and Kevin Altieri. And we're all going to be at James Fletcher's Heroic Fine Art booth.
Mm-hmm.
So, listener, you have to go to that. I know there's a lot of
You
people.
have to go to Cleveland?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people. We have a good amount of people, like listeners, kind of in that area, over to like New York, like within driving distance. So, listener, for my birthday, please just go to that.
That's your birthday then?
My birthday is March 15th.
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, well, that would be an ideal birthday present for yourself to come by to Cleveland.
Somebody fly me to Cleveland for my birthday. I don't have any birthday plans, and that is criminal. Also, I don't know if you're gonna plug it or not, but I'm gonna make you. Would you please plug your book, Stan, and tell everyone where they can get it?
Yeah, Beyond the Bat. You can come buy it directly from me in Cleveland, or you can get it from Amazon. Very easy to purchase.
I've got the copy right there on the bookshelf with your signature in it, which you can get at the Comic-Con. Yeah,
that's true.
Before we sign off officially, I feel like I wanted to like ask this before we got off. And Jamie, I'm sorry if this adds any editing work for you.
Do it. I love
like,
editing.
Out of timeline or anything. Stan, is there anything that you like wanted to talk about in this episode that we just fully missed?
No, we got it. The Luke Mears thing. The Luke Mears thing is new to me. was an interesting take on it. And he was just curious about, what would have happened, how would the story have proceeded if we hadn't invented it right there.
I did just write down in a Watchtower video idea the other day for like off-screen events of the DCAU, like stuff
what would have happened.
Yeah, like when an episode just kind of ends, like what actually happened to that character, do we actually find out, that kind of thing. That would be a really fun little element to
you
that,
you could do an interesting flex here. And not only ask like the writers, directors, whomever, what they thought happened, but also like I think someone like Luke would be absolutely brilliant for that. Like,
he's terrific at that.
The Dylans of the world would be great for that. I could see like Jordan Keene even like being really Kyle, of course. I'm sure Kyle's got like so many theories.
So I'll see y'all in 5 years when we do that video. But in the meantime, thank you so much, Stan, for being here. And it's always great talking with you and having your insight on everything. And I always love how many little elements of the episode that we missed that you purposely threw in there that are we're going to be too goofball, jokey, stupid on the podcast, and we'll just miss those. But you're here to like, okay, boys, can you please like settle down and actually let me tell you what's going on?
right. I'm gonna need you guys to shut up.
Books or hip hop? I have no idea. Yeah.
Please stop asking me these questions.
Every time they ask me. But, we appreciate you beyond words. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you I'm sure we'll have you back. So yeah,
absolutely delighted to be here. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoy the Comic-Con.
I guarantee that I will. I guarantee that I will. I always
sell lots of books.
All the books. Buy a book from Stan, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And when I went back to the cellar, the doctor was gone. I guess I should have spent more time looking for him, but my heart wasn't in it.
I understand. What about April and Bullwhip?
Gone too. Both of them.
They'll be back. They always come back. Tell me something, though. Does Bullwhip know that the doctor saw him with April?
No way. By the time he came out of the townhouse, I'd already put the doctor in the cellar.
Then maybe Bullwhip won't be coming back.
Why do you say that?
I sure am glad you didn't leave town, Doc.
I couldn't.
Oh yeah, April. Don't worry. She's doing fine. Can't wait to see you again.
Uh-huh.
You do this one last thing for me, and she's all yours.
Uh-huh.
But don't just repair me. Make me stronger. Less vulnerable, too. And don't hold back. Understand?
I understand. No holding back.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon is hosted and edited by yours truly, James Strecker, and co-hosted by yours Briley, Brian Maneely. This podcast is brought to you by the Watchtower Database, your one-stop shop for all things DC Animated Universe. To send us a Yoppie beverage, nab some sick show merch, or support us on Patreon, you can visit the links in today's show notes. And thank you very much. Please leave us a 5-star review on your app of choice and follow us wherever you listen to never miss a new show. And we'll see you next episode, same PP time, same poo-poo channel.